What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Keys to the Game. It's brought to you by DRAFTKINGS Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbooking app. And for all the first-time users out there, if you use the promo code Moats, you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So what are you waiting on? Download the app, use the promo code, and get an opportunity to make some money. But more importantly, use these keys that I'm about to give you to help you make some of that money, all right? And the first key we got to talk about is Eric Ebron versus Josh Bynes in that Bengals linebacking group. Now, Eric Ebron, man, he's been one of Ben's favorite targets. We've seen him be able to have some very explosive games and some breakout performances. And on the flip side, the Bengals have struggled mightily as it pertains to them guarding tight ends. We've seen numerous tight ends this year give them fits. Look for Eric Ebron to take full advantage of Josh Bynes and that Bengals linebacking group. I think that that's going to be a key component to the Steelers' performance on Monday, and I think that Eric Ebron is going to have a big-time impact. Now, the next key we got to talk about are the Steelers' defensive backs. I'm talking Minkah Fitzpatrick, Cam Sutton, Joe, Steve, all those guys, versus the trio of Bengal wide receivers. We're talking AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins. Now, we know how good and how productive that trio of wide receivers can be and have been at times, but we also know this is a Steelers secondary that has been very productive this year. They're coming off of another performance where they were able to create some turnovers and ultimately played a really good game. Look for the Steelers DBs to minimize the impact of those Bengals receivers and force the Bengals to play one-dimensional ball. If the Steelers DBs can take away those receivers and make them play one-dimensional, it will be a great night for the Steelers on defense. Now, the third matchup we got to talk about is the specialist, baby. I'm talking Chris Boswell, the Wizard of Boz, versus the former Pittsburgh Steeler, Randy Bullock. Now, look, we know the Steelers kicking situation has been a little bit up and down because of some of the injuries, but now that everyone is back healthy, look for Boz to continue his dominance and continue being money. I feel like he's going to be a key reason as to why we're able to have the performance that we have, but more importantly, when it pertains to the Bengals, you have to get pressure. You cannot allow Randy Bullock to be comfortable kicking these field goals. I feel like, man, you force Randy Bullock into one of these errors, it can definitely be a big-time play in the game. Now, this fourth matchup that we got to talk about is TJ Watt versus Bobby Hart. Now, we know TJ is playing at a Defensive Player of the Year caliber, and obviously he's coming off a performance where he wasn't as productive as he would have liked to be. Look for him to bounce back in a big way in a matchup that he has dominated throughout the history of. I feel like Bobby Hart is going to struggle from start to finish. He has not had a successful performance against TJ, and like I said, TJ is going to be highly motivated, understanding everything that's at stake going into this game. So look for TJ to take advantage of that. And if he does do that, we will all be enjoying ourselves come Monday night. Now, the fifth and final matchup that we got to talk about are the Steelers linebackers and the interior guys. I'm talking Marcus Allen, Avery Williamson, and Ulysses Gilbert going up against Giovanni Bernard and the other running backs the Bengals could potentially be using. Now, we know the Bengals, they're going to be down Joe Mixon, and they really don't have a defined division of labor between those guys. But this is a situation where the Steelers interior linebackers have to be clean in their tackling and in their pass coverage, because they will use Giovanni Bernard in space and allow him to get the ball and create. I feel like, man, if Marcus Allen and these linebackers can do a great job of open field tackling and ultimately not allowing any type of success from these backs against those linebackers, man, if they can do that and just be clean technically, I feel like it will be a great night for the Steelers on defense. So those are my keys. I hope you enjoyed them. I cannot wait for this matchup. And as always, here we go, Steelers.